Okay, we have a almost 7-pound chuck roast that I'm gonna smoke tomorrow. It's pretty sticky, but before I season it, I'm gonna put a little bit of a binder on there, just make sure I get some binding. I've just washed my hands, so my hands are pretty clean. And today I'm using my brisket, salt and pepper, a little bit of this honey barbecue, why not? A little bit of this honey hickory to season this up a little bit, to add a little bit of flavor. And we're making pulled beef, not going to eat this as slices, so this is going to give us quite a few meals. This is basically pulled off of the steer or cow, right behind the point. So it's almost like the brisket. It's a little fattier than a brisket. I mean, it is going to make a little bit of a bark, but I'm not really worried about the bark. I'm worried about the flavor more than anything, because again, it's just going to go into pulled beef, so it's all going to get kind of shredded. And then I'm just going to wrap this up and put it in the refrigerator overnight. And 7 or 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, I'm going to put it on the smoker, because I'm planning on eating dinner about 6 something in the evening. So we're going to put that to bed in the fridge and cook it tomorrow. Okay, we got it on there. I got the temperature probe in there, I got the grate probe on there, and I got a water bucket in there. Got my smoke tubes going. It's been on about 10 minutes here. There was some noise, so I paused for a few moments, but it's looking good. We're gonna run it at 180 for the first hour, and then I'm gonna turn it up to 225 and let that go until it hits internal temperature 165, 170. So back after a bit. All right, it's been an hour, so I'm gonna turn this up to 225. And then I'm also gonna spray the meat a little bit here. This is just my standard apple vinegar cider and water. For some reason it's not working. Here we go. Alright, well, my pump bottle died, so I just splashed some on there, just to keep it from drying out. No big deal. Okay, I just splashed a little bit more apple vinegar. Ooh, smoky. A little bit of apple vinegar and some water on there just to keep it drying out, looking good. And then let it go for another hour. Alright, top of hour 3. Since my spray bottle's messed up, I'm just going to splash some on here. These spots look a little dry. Good. What we got? Up to 122 degrees at 3 hours. That was 1 hour at 180 and 2 hours so far at 225. So 122 degrees. When we hit 165, 170, something like that, I'll put it in the pan, and we'll do that in a bit. Okay, we're now 4 hours into the cook. The meat is 136 degrees. Cool a little bit there. Twist it up a little bit. Check back in another hour. Okay, this has been parked at 161 for quite a while, so I'm assuming we're all the way into the stall. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this, sort of how we do it in this one. Is take this bad boy, drop it in this tray of onions, and then put the beef stock on it. Cover the whole thing up, wrap it with oil, put it back in here, and turn the temperature up until we finish out about 203. Okay, so I've wrapped this up. Put some oil on it, left the thermometer in there. You have some idea where we're at. Got the turn the temperature up to 275. we're gonna roll till we hit 203. Internal temperature is 162. So 162 internal temperature. Just put it in there with the foil all covered in, so it's basically gonna steam in there, I guess, with the onions in the bottom and a whole bottle of beef broth, or beef stock, I should say. So it's gonna roll till we hit 203, and then we're done. Okay, we've hit 203 degrees. I'm gonna go ahead and take this out of its beef stock bath here. Like that. Nice, juicy. Save that for later, or do something with that. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna wrap this in paper towels, and it's gonna rest for like 2.5 hours in a cooler. Come back in a couple hours and pull it apart. Okay, all right, we have rested. Let's pull it apart. That decent bark. Pull that apart. That's real good. Moist, tender, decent smoke. Very happy. So we're gonna shred this all apart, and then we're gonna add some sandwiches. Look at that. Good. Very good.